Welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon. Last time we got to the end of World 4, and this time we are taking on the boss. Also, I just realized that with the orange hair, that the orange-haired girl Inkling actually looks a lot like a character from Persona 5 coming out in February. That is way off topic though for this video. Just a slight observation. I'm not the first person to think of this, by the way. But just seeing it for myself is like, wow, really? She does. Also, I was just looking up Persona stuff because I've been playing Persona 4, and I'm getting close to a really weird, like, gap in the road, I guess you could say, fork in the road. So this is a really easy boss fight. This is probably the easiest boss fight in a lot of ways. All you have to do is break the front teeth and toss a bomb. That is it. You may think I'm downplaying the difficulty a little bit. I'm not. It is really that easy. Compared to the Octoworld, the Octamaw is a cakewalk. It is like such an easy boss fight. I have no clue what they were thinking. The teeth get harder as the boss goes on, but they never get that difficult to destroy. So again, just rush in, do this, boom, phase 2 done. So yeah, I have no clue why this is not earlier in the game, because this is legitimately, in my opinion, the easiest boss by far. No contest. So yeah, a little bit weird, I suppose. The designers had the reason to put it this late in the game, but I have no clue. I have no guesses as to why it's this late in the game. Do that, do this, and done. So, where are we at? Like, 2 minutes. Not even counting, well, that is counting the time it took to sync up the video, so yeah. Frankly, these cutscenes before and after the boss and between each phase practically take as long as the boss fight itself, to put it in perspective. And this isn't even with full level equipment either. This is like level 3 equipment, and that still went very fast. So yeah, this boss is pretty pathetic. No clue what they were thinking, but that is beside the point. Holy mackerel pancakes, Agent 3, you're really good. I've seen better. If you keep this up, we'll find the great starfish in no time. That's great and all, but don't forget about the captain. Scritchy Scratch. Who's this? Yahaha, Incopolis. It's the final boss. Give us back the great starfish, you jerk. And Captain Cuttlefish, we want him back too. Incopolis is mine, yo. Dude, seriously, get you on radio channel. Agent 3, you gotta do something about this guy, and quick. Also, I just had a weird realization about who Agent 1 and 2 might be. I'm going to withhold from saying until I have proof, but I just had this weird revelation of who they probably are supposed to be. I'll look it up off screen if I'm actually right. But in any case, we unlocked Area 5. I did not mean to actually fall down there. So, I have no clue how the next video is gonna go. More likely than not, part 7 will probably be really short. Fair warning, part 3 will probably be very short. Because, well, to put it bluntly, the final boss takes a good 15 minutes by itself. So, I wouldn't want to put that into the next video. But also, we'd only have a couple of stages to actually do, so again, I've been sort of brainstorming, but I'm at a bit of a loss, to be honest. So yeah, so if the next video is really short, I apologize, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, as the saying goes. Sponge. So this basically incorporates a ton of different elements from earlier on in the game. So here, for example, we have a propeller block. Which is not the easiest. Oh, that one goes right. Where's the one that goes up? Oh, there it is. I'm unobservant, apparently. That bodes well. Okay, go here and write this up, and this should be number 22. Also, that's the boss, by the way, the UFO. Again, they hinted at UFO sightings, but unfortunately, we haven't actually been able to do anything about the UFOs quite yet. I also took the initiative and looked up a map off screen, so I actually know which kettle is which for once. But that's story for another time. Switches! Basically spray the switch and stuff happens. That's all there is to this. This is a scroll I don't actually remember at all, so this might be a bit of a chore. I mean, to be fair, I have a guide right next to me, but I don't quite remember the level enough to know where the screenshot actually is. So, lots of octolings, not octolings, octo balls, I think is what they're called. There's no way to knock them off the ledges, so we just have to get them stuck, basically. Voila! And turrets. Ow. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that part. Okay, moving on. So take out these guys. I'm just gonna let them all get stuck here. Then this rises up. Yeah. There we go. And yeah, once you actually know what you're doing, it's actually pretty easy. Is that armor? No. So a launch pad. I don't think it's here. I think it's a little bit later on, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not 100% sure. I think it's over here, actually, potentially. Okay, we do that. Oh, guy underneath. That's interesting. Or, let's see. Take you out, because we could use all the power-ups we can actually get right about now. So, oh, I think I know where it is. Get up the wall. Okay, there we go. This, and, fall. I think maybe what we have to do, I'm not 100% sure, is actually go past the launch pad and up to the top of this. Or behind, actually, because it moved. And, there it is. I didn't actually remember that, to be honest. I just kind of winged it. Okay, fall. Falling into a launch pad isn't the easiest thing, so I'm glad that actually didn't backfire. And it's also lucky we haven't seen an Octo Striker in a very long time, but I probably shouldn't get ahead of myself. Nothing down there. Oh, speaking of which, I could have sworn there was an Octo Striker in this level, but I just had to say, huh? Yeah, Octo Strikers are actually cool design-wise, it's just I don't care for that type of enemy in any game. I think the worst snipers in games are Uncharted, because on crushing mode, snipers are really overpowered. Crushing mode in Uncharted is the highest difficulty, for those who don't know. Well, actually that's not true anymore, it's now brutal in Uncharted. What's that game? Uncharted Collection? Nathan Drake Collection, I think that's what it's called, but yeah, the snipers I hear are really terrible in that game, because it's essentially like a one-hit kill as is, and then throw in extra difficulty, and there's really not a whole lot of time to maneuver. Which is my problem with snipers in games in general, is that they don't really program target times very efficiently. Or, actually it's the opposite, they're too efficient, to the point where it's like you don't have a chance of actually succeeding, sometimes. In any case, Octo Strikers aren't too bad, because frankly, it's just Splatoon. It's not like that deep of a game, for a single player at least. You out, and these platforms start rising up, and we can safely— oh, okay. Apparently I was standing in a good spot, actually. Okay, so we have to get the key, which is easier said than done, under the circumstances. And then go up to where the entrance is, the launch pad, to be more precise. There we go. And that level actually took a little while because of the one death. Wow, that did take a while, actually. Maybe we will have a lot for the next video. Though in all fairness, these levels are generally pretty long. So it's not like I'm super surprised. From the depths of the sea we emerged long ago, seeking the light of the surface. In search of still greater lights, we now send this message into outer space, sealed in a disk. Perhaps one day we will encounter other intelligent life. I'm not sure what that's supposed to entail. Okay. Let's see, do this, and hopefully make this jump. There we go. And we can climb up using the sponges. Okay, this should be 23? So 23. More sponges, it looks like. That's gonna be fun. What's this level called again? Spongy Observatory. More ink, less shrink. Very funny. Yeah, this looks perilous. What could go wrong? Famous last words. These guys, I think, shrink the sponges, yeah. So, you might want to try to fight them on solid ground. And I see something that looks very suspicious over there, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Okay. So, I think I should take out this guy first. Oh, snap. That was actually a little bit... Okay, that was actually extremely close. I thought I could get over in time, but apparently not. There we go. So basically stealth is the answer. Most of the time, it's like if you can avoid getting spotted in the first place, you should be in good shape, but avoiding enemies can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Anyway, there's the sunken scroll. That one's pretty easy because you can actually see it before you even get to this area. Yeah, this one is like way easier than the last one, where you have to basically be constantly looking all over the place because of the ceiling moving. This is an Inkzuka, which frankly is actually really helpful. For once, I would actually recommend using it in a level, because it can greatly improve your odds of survival during this part. This also appears in a challenge later on in the game, and it's really hard because I think you have to do it with like a melee weapon, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. But again, the bonus challenges all are based on actual levels, just with different weapons. Therefore, I won't actually be showing them. I'll be showing what they unlock, and I'll be going over the basic premise, but I don't think I'll be showing all of them off, just because it would take way too long to replay basically the entire game 3 times on screen. Okay, here we go. So, flying enemies are going to be very difficult to maneuver around in this level because of all the sponges. So if you can actually get them to be defeated by the whatchamacallits, the pufferfish, I suppose you could call them that, that would actually be a really good strategy, potentially. There's actually a balloon behind that platform, I think, but I think it's only like power eggs. Nothing more substantial than that. And what could go wrong? Easy for you to say. Ah, that grenade range though. Okay, so yeah, the grenades do a lot of damage to the sponges, so try to be very, very careful in this area. And we have another one where we actually can fall straight into it if we want, or you can just basically cling to the wall and go down more gently like that. And I somehow messed that up, apparently. Okay, I have no clue how I messed that up because I was holding the button, but maybe I wasn't also pushing forward. Maybe I have to actually push forward to get it to work. I don't know. So this is the final checkpoint, and I think it's another sort of arena where you have to fight octolings. Not 100% sure on that though. There we go. And octolings. Sponge is just kind of getting in the way more than anything. I almost compared it to another game, but I've been doing that way too much this LP, to be honest. There we go. I think going into the ink also kind of heals you. I'm not sure on that though. That just seems to be an observation, but I'm not 100% sure if that's actually true. We got time for another level, I think. This one's actually really far away though. Oh yeah, this one's actually really easy too, I think. The customary chorus of Calamari County. Nowadays the song and dance myths will be carved into the very DNA of all Inklings. That's nice. But yeah, the Inklings are very detailed in terms of like their culture, which is kind of nice. You know, going into all the war, the Great Turf War and all that stuff. It's just kind of cool that they actually do go into that kind of stuff. Instead of just being like, oh hi, shooter, have fun. Like a lot of games just throw you into the game and don't really explain anything, but this game actually does a good job of having all the story in the game and all the lore in the game. Frankly, these are all just power eggs, and I think I'm going to choose to ignore them because this level kind of sucks, to be honest. Not sucks as it is a bad level, it just sucks as in terms of it's not fun collecting a ton of stuff and then dying. So just for the sake of ease, I think I'm going to ignore a lot of power-ups just because, yeah, it's very easy to die on this level and then you have to recollect everything. That's one problem I do have, but it's not like a huge problem because frankly a lot of games do this. So it's not like deal breaking or anything, but yeah, I do fully admit that that does get old after a while. Wow, that guy just ran off the edge because of the grenade. That was convenient, I suppose. Okay. Climb up this wall and see what awaits us. Ink rail, for some reason. And I actually don't remember where the scroll is here. I'm trying to think. I may have actually... Oh, there. Probably over there. Okay, it's like maybe I should just look to the side. Maybe that would help. But that seems too easy, to be honest. But typically when you just have boxes all by themselves, all alone, that's usually a sign that's a sunken scroll, but yeah, this seems too easy. Okay, that was a little bit closer than I wanted it to be, but okay, we lived somehow. Yeah, this is not a good level for getting power eggs because, again, if you die, you have to collect everything all over again. So I would just recommend rushing through as quick as possible, and then finding another stage for power eggs. Ow. That was not a good grenade throw. Case in point, like what I was saying, it's very easy to die because of narrow platforms and being surrounded by enemies. I guess one mild complaint that could come up is that you really don't have a lot of options in terms of like single player stuff. Like, I do still feel like the single player is fun, but I think another loadout would have helped. Like for more situational levels like this, because like a sniper rifle, for example, could actually help a lot in levels like this where you have a lot of like ranged enemies of sorts and very limited space to maneuver, just one powerful gun or even a melee by comparison. So yeah, I think if there's a Splatoon 2, more single player loadouts would actually be very nice, but not like uber necessary because frankly this story mode is really easy with any weapon. It's just, I think it would have helped to be able to replay all the levels rather than just some of them with different weapons. Yeah, because the challenges actually don't represent every level, they represent only some levels. So you won't actually play all the levels in the amiibo challenges, just most of them, I think. But they kind of pick and choose. I think they pick the harder ones, like, oh, this level's hard with this type of weapon, so here's the one for this weapon, stuff like that. Okay, this is awkward. Kind of staying alive, I suppose you could say. And climb up the wall as quickly as possible, get off this thing. And we have the Zapfish. Wow, that actually took a little bit of time. So yeah, the next video again might be a little bit on the short side because of just like video length considerations for the final boss. But that's a story for another time. Why are we here? For what purpose do we exist? We must not dwell on these questions. We can merely trust in the will of the universe and spend our days and nights in harmony with the world, celebrating this festival called life. That's actually kind of nice. In any case, off screen, I will be finding all the kettles, and next time we will continue with Area 5. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon.